Maybe I'm weird, or maybe there are other people out there that are like me that really like to plan their next levels. It makes it easier when something like Strongest Lord or Crown is coming, or Void is around the corner, or Frenzy. And I want to get to that event with the next tier of troops, or maybe new angels or new equipment. This is especially the case once I hit level 30. So before level 30, my farms got me all the resources. I was just pushing through with resources. Now, it's not just about how many resources my farms can get me. It's about how much Azurite I can actually generate and how much I'll actually need to get to a certain level, because I'm not just looking at the castle level requirements. There's also, like in my case that I'm showing here, I have the embassy that I needed to get to level 33. I needed to get my castle wall up a level. Both of those required Azurite. So being able to plan that next level isn't just what that castle's going to give me, but everything else that I need to actually get there, and all the resources, and especially Azurite, that I need to get up to that next level. So, hey guys, this is Heretic, and this is the Azurite Guide Part 2, the journey from level 31 to 40. In this video, I'm going to go over Azurite and how much you're going to need to get for your castle to go from level 31 to 40. I'm also going to touch on things like the Mystic College, the Guardian Temple, equipment, troop levels, and the angels you'll get at each level along the way. But before we get started, smash that like button hard if you really want to maximize the amount of Azurite you can get every day. And also, leave a comment if this video helps you with your planning at all. Subscribe if you haven't already, and more importantly, let your friends and your alliances know that these videos actually exist somewhere. I'm a player just like you. I started in realm 528 and now I'm playing on 1402. I love mobile games and I love War and Order. I love that it is a gamer's game. It is a true war game. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So let's say you're castle level 30 and now you want to get to castle level 31. So at level 30, hopefully you've already opened your Azurite mine, and that's a big step. When you get to level 30, it is the absolute first thing you should do. You should do it before you get your blacksmith to level 30, before you do anything else. You should already have the resources to unlock that Azurite mine, because the Azurite mine is the way that you're going to have to go to get your Azurite to actually get any of your buildings beyond level 30. So it doesn't matter if it's the forge you want to get to 31, if it's the drill grounds, it's the college, the hospital, all of those are going to require Azurite beyond level 30. So, and hopefully you're looking at the Azurite Guide Part 1 that I have. I'll put it here. I'll link it here now. Using this guide, you'll be able to efficiently get your Azurite. So real quick, you're going to do it in a various types of ways, like killing monsters level 26 and above. You're going to do it by doing the Royal Challenge on the ruins every single day. You're going to put the buff on the Azurite mine every day. This is going to allow you, these types of things, and there's more in the video, these types of things will allow you to get the most amount of Azurite that you can per day. And within about a week or 2 or 3 maybe, you're going to be ready to go to castle level 31. So to get to castle level 31, you're going to need 4,810 total Azurite. So this is the magic number to go ahead and go up to level 31. You're not going to need any Azurite to get your level 30 walls or anything else. You're only going to need the Azurite just for the castle itself at this level. Also, this at level 31, once you get there, your Mystic College is actually going to open. And I'm going to show you here the Mystic College. All right, so this opens at level 31. So you get level 1 for absolutely for free. You're not going to have to actually pay anything for your Mystic College level 1. Now, unfortunately, there's really only one thing that you can do at level 1, and that is to go ahead and get the Exhilaration skill, which increases the infantry HP by 4%. Big whoop, right? That's all you can do at level 1. Later on, you'll be able to move up and get some more important things, and when we get there, we'll talk about it. All right, so there's castle level 31. So at castle level 32, so let's say you're castle level 31 now, and now you need to know, okay, what do I really need to get to level 32? To get to level 32, you're gonna need to get your walls up, right? So you're gonna need, 118 million wood, 19 million stone, 9.7, almost 10 million iron, and you're gonna need 1,810 Azurite. So now your requirements are all gonna require Azurite. You're also gonna need to get your drill grounds to level 31, which is going to require you to get another 1,440 Azurite, while the castle itself is going to need 8,620 Azurite for a grand total of 11,870. So castle level 32 is a big deal. So it is, there's a few levels that are super important. 32, 34, 35, 37, and of course 40 to me are the most important, because when you get those, you unlock some things that are going to kind of push you ahead, right? It's going to really bump you up in your abilities. So at level 32, you're going to be able to unlock both the Guardian Temple, level 6. So the Guardian Temple is, no, that's not it. This is the Guardian Temple right here. So when you unlock level 6, you're going to get this tier 10 angel. So look here, tier 10 angel, just look at attack, 280, compared to your tier 9, which is 226. This bump up to tier 10 is huge. And this should be your biggest focus whenever you get to castle level 32. So to get there, to bump up your Guardian Temple up, you're going to need Azurite. Also, another really big thing is now you're going to be able to bump up this Mystic College to level 2. When you do that, if your focus is going to be on Cav, this is when you can start making that switch from infantry to Cav, because you'll be able to train your dodge. And so, training each one of these skills, by the way, it's going to cost you more Azurite. So you look through here, and everything is going to cost you a lot of Azurite. So I'm not going to dig deep into the Mystic College, but I'm going to tell you, when it's important, like what levels it's important, when you can actually raise this up, because eventually, you're going to need to get to level 5 Mystic College to open up some of the second tier of skills here. All right. So to get both your Guardian Temple and your Mystic College upgraded, you're going to need another 7,320 Azurite. So in total, for castle level 32, you're going to need 11,870 Azurite just to get the castle upgraded. Then you're going to need another 7,320 to raise up your temple and your Mystic College. All right, so there we go, castle level 32. So now you're 32 and you've been there a little bit, and now you're ready to go to castle level 33. So castle level 33 is just the level you need to go up with. You're not going to unlock anything big here, but it's just a step along the way in the progression. So castle level 32, when you want to go to 33, you're going to have to raise up your walls to level 32, which is going to cost you 3,230 Azurite. And you're going to have to now get your depot up to 32, which means you're going to have to get it to 31 and then 32. So I'm going to combine the resources here. So you're going to need 2,580 Azurite, along with the other resources, obviously. And then for the castle itself, you can see now, you went from 4,800 to about 8,000 something at 32. Now you need 16,760 Azurite for castle level 33. So in total, to go from castle level 32 to 33, you're going to need 22,572. So about double what you needed for the previous level. All right, so now let's go on to castle level 34, and this is a big one. So castle level 34 is where you're going to be able to get your tier 11 troops. So if you go over to your barracks, if I can click the barracks right, I can't even find it. What's going on? All right, click a barracks, and now look at your tier 10 compared to your tier 11. It's huge, the difference. You go, let's say tier 11 infantry has 1,936 HP. Tier 9, 1,600. So it's a pretty big jump of over 300 HP there. Huge. The first people who hit tier 11 really dominate everybody else. So it's, if you can do it and you can be one of the first ones to get there, you're going to do amazing. If you're behind, you're going to want to get there as quick as you can so you're not dominated by everybody who jumped ahead of you. So to get to castle level 34, you're going to need to get your walls to 33, which is 6,890 Azurite. You're going to need to get your embassy to 33. So from 31 to 33 combined, you're going to need 4,640 Azurite. And then for the castle itself, check this out, 29,100 Azurite. So in total, you're going to need 40,630 Azurite just for your castle. That's not including the barracks. Now to get your barracks from 30 to 34, you're going to need another 15,410 Azurite. So, getting 34 is great, but you're going to have to then get your 15,410 Azurite. All right, so that's castle level 34. So castle level 35 is another huge milestone. So for castle level 35, you're going to need to get your walls to 34, which is going to cost 11,200 Azurite. You're going to have to get your hospital to 34, which from 31 to 34 combined is going to cost you 15,020 Azurite. And then for the castle itself, it's going to be 41,770 Azurite for a total of 67,990 total Azurite. And then once you get there, you're going to want to immediately get your temple up to level 7. You know why? Because you get tier 11 angels here, which just like your tier 10 angels, were a big jump from tier 9. Your tier 11, of course, is a huge jump up from your tier 10. So you're really going to want to do it as quick as you can. So that's going to be another 12,000 Azurite. So 67,990 and about 68,000 for your castle itself to get up to 35. And then another 12,000 for your temple. All right, moving along. Level 36. All right, so this is another, castle along the way. The cool thing here is your castle skin, your default skin changes. Now it looks completely different from your earlier castles. So to get to level 36, you're going to have to get your walls up to 35, which is going to cost you 16,820 Azurite. Then you're going to have to get your drill grounds up to 35. So from 32, because you already had your 31 drill grounds for castle level 32, so you're going to have to get 32 to 35 in your drill grounds. It's going to cost you 37,500 Azurite. And then the castle itself is going to cost you 42,000 Azurite for a grand total of 96,320 Azurite. This is going to take a while. So, if you're planning on going from castle level 30 to 36 in a day, man, you better have saved up a ton of Azurite. You're not going to be able to even buy even close to this. So, all right, castle level 36. So now, again, castle level 37 is another real big milestone castle. It's going to get you your tier 12 troops. So just like your tier 11 above your, the jump up from tier 10, same thing. Tier 12 is going to give you an even bigger jump because it is your even tier, your attacking troops. So let's go ahead and start off with the requirements. You need to get your level 36 walls upgraded, and that's going to cost you 17,060 Azurite. You're going to need to get your depot up to level 36, which from 33 to 36 combined is going to cost you 19,730 Azurite. And then for the castle itself, you can tell now the bump ups aren't so drastic. So it went from like 40 to 44,750 here for a total of 81,540 Azurite, which is even less than the previous one. And then to get your barracks upgraded, you're going to need 36,290. And let me show you on the barracks here what your tier 10 will do. I'm looking, let's look at mages. So your tier 11 mage, the attack is 223. Tier 12 attack is 273 for a pretty big jump. And your archers, let's see, you go from tier 11 is 189. Tier 12 is 245. Huge jump. And you can see here for archers, the damage against infantry bonus 30% is huge, which it makes it even better than your tier 11, which your tier 11 bonus here is against mages, which you want to knock out the front line, right? Same thing for your going from, your cav going from 1835 HP, now 2080, and it raises the attack when you're on the attacking side. So for cav, that's amazing. For your infantry here, it reduces the damage from mages, which is huge. So that's even better. So 2389 compared to your tier 11 1936, which is a pretty healthy jump, right? But the skills are gonna be amazing. So this is defense, which honestly you don't use as much, right? You use it some, but having it on the attack is amazing. So it's a big, leap here at castle level 37, even bigger than the 34 because this tier 12 is so good being on the attacking side. So that's castle level 37. Again, anything above about castle level 33 is just going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. So enjoy the game, play all of the events, get all the Azurite that you can, build up along the way. You may spend a little bit now before here on your Mystic College, right, to get some of these skills over here to fortify. You're getting your dodge 1, your dodge 2, your dodge 3 as you go. You're building those up as you go. So once you do that, you're going to be waiting a little bit longer to get this huge amount of Azurite that you need to actually raise your castle. But it's worth it because it's going to take so long that you're going to want to build up your tech and your defenses and everything that you need to be able to play both the cross realm events and, wars within your realm if you have those. All right, so now moving on to castle level 38. All right, so again, castle level 38, and we keep doing this over and over, but this is a pretty decently important level here, because you're going to get over to your tier 12, your final angels. So these guys are beasts, obviously. So now, from tier 10, now you've gone to tier 11. You're jumping up. Look at that HP jump, and the attack jump is great. And then you get all the way up to 400 base attack with your tier 10, your tier 12 angels, which is huge. So it's a big deal. 38. It's going to take you some time, right? Look at these totals that you're going to need. You're going to need 121,000 total Azurite to get both your castle level up and your temple, upgraded. But let's go ahead and go through this. So level 37 walls, it's going to cost you 18,320 Azurite. Then you're going to need 24,120 Azurite for your embassy to go from 34 to 37, which this is good. I'd probably do the embassy before I'd even start the walls, because the embassy is going to give you some things that you could actually use in the interim. And for the castle itself, you're going to need 48,770 Azurite. So just to get your castle up, you're going to need 91,210 total Azurite, and then another 30,000 for the temple. All right. So that's castle level 38. You're getting close to the end. You get castle level 38, you're feeling pretty good, because not as many people are with you at this point. You are really passing up a lot of people. So castle level 38. So let's go see what happens. What do you need to get to 39? 39, you're almost there to the very end. So for 39, you're going to need 20,080 Azurite for the actual walls, then 55,230 Azurite to get your college all the way back at level 30. To get it, 31 through 38 combined, you're going to need 55,230 Azurite. Maybe you've already raised up your college along the way, but if you haven't, and I would advise that you do, because there's a lot of things that you're going to want to train along the way, especially when you get into the high technology, which we're not touching here, which is just another way for you to spend your Azurite and get some really, really beneficial tech. All right, so 20,080 for your walls, 55,230 for your college. Then you're going to need 52,220 Azurite for the castle itself, for a grand total of 127,530 Azurite. Level 39. So now you're level 39 and you have one level to go. One level. So obviously castle level 40, castle level 40 is the end. It is, you get to castle level 40, it's all end game from here. Your castle skin changes here at 40. Now you have less of the green. It looks really cool. You get your barracks here, and you also can get your forge, your blacksmithy, up to 40, which will give you the new tier of equipment. So you get both your tier 13 troops and your level 40 equipment. Super important. Obviously, it is the final level. It's all of, our goals, right? Everybody who is watching this video wants to get to castle level 40 someday. And it's going to take a while. No matter what, it's going to take a long time to get here, but that's okay. So to get your walls to 39, you're going to need 21,620 Azurite. To get your hospital from 35 to 39, you're going to need 60,770 Azurite. And for the castle itself, you're going to need 54,610 Azurite for a grand total of 137,000 Azurite. Now, to get your barracks and to get your forge, your barracks from 38 to 40 and your forge from 36 to 40, you're going to need a total of 87,280 Azurite. But once you have that, now you can, use your Azurite that you get from then on your Mystic College. You're going to be here in your Mystic College, actually, getting all of the skills that you need. And there's some really good ones. You're going to be spending it here if you go to the college. Oops. If you go to the college, you go to high technology. You're going to be using Azurite to level up a lot of these skills, and there's some really great ones, especially when you get towards the end, that each skill point is actually pretty good. So there's going to be places to spend your Azurite even when you do get to level 40. But at least at level 40, you don't have to worry at that point about raising up your castle. What you do have to worry about is all of the other buildings, if you follow this guide, all of the other buildings that you've left behind. So that would be your medic tents, your drill grounds, get it the rest of the way to 40. There's all kinds of buildings, your Hall of War up to 40. All of the other buildings, that you can raise up that high, you're going to want to go ahead and do it at this point, and they're all going to cost Azurite. So I do hope that this guide helps you. And again, watch the Azurite guide part 1 that'll show you actually how to get the Azurite that you're going to need and to do it the right way. And leave some feedback. Where are you so far? How high are you? My castle is now 34. I'm getting pretty close. I have a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks left before I'll be able to get to level 35. I'm super excited about getting to level 35 again because I want to get my angels updated. And at that point, I'm probably going to train some more in the Mystic College. There's a few things that I want to do at that level. So I am super excited about it, but I still have a long way to go before I get to 40. It's going to take a long time, but I'm going to enjoy the journey along the way. And I hope you do tell your friends about this guide. And I hope it's helpful to you as far as kind of planning where you need to be and how much Azurite are you actually getting per week. And don't forget your VIP. So as you go along, your VIP level is going to just organically go up by itself just by logging in every day. So you're going to get more and more and more VIP. It's going to get you to that next level, which is actually going to increase the amount of Azurite that you get per day. If you're really diligent about collecting the Azurite off of your mine, you're going to get a lot of that every day and every week, and it's going to add up pretty quickly. For using that card, the Azurite card, you're getting 90 a day just from the card. You're going to get there. Don't worry. I know it seems like it's way off in the future, but you're eventually going to get there. Take your time. Enjoy the ride. All right. So thanks a lot. Take care. Money on the floor, try to make it bounce. Money in the safe, it's the safest route. Promise to my kids I'ma make it out.